gonna show you exactly what I eat every single meal with a friend in town while having a very, very big social life this week. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I eat at restaurants. I'm gonna show you what I eat out and about with friends. You know, that's always a big concern, is like, what do we eat if we're doing carnivore or animal-based when we're out with people and not just stuck at home in a hole. Everything that these people cook with as well, see if it's canola oil or seed oil, which just kind of depends on the restaurant. And I'm also going to just help you break this system and this programming that we've all been taught and sold and told that, quite frankly, is a lot of it just a lie, and it's all based in profit. I recommend watching all the way through because I'm going to show you what I get at every single location I go, and some of them are pretty damn bomb. Okay, it's about 7 p.m. Headed off to the first meal of the day for me, at least, and that's going to be a steak night at a friend's house. It's going to be good. Getting some soda water, because you always have to have soda water. I know there's hate on soda water because of like the container it's in, but you just gotta pick your vices, you know? All right, this guy.
Just keep it going, let it rip.
The chef of the night.
You can contain the pressure, contain the burn. Yeah. Let me check it out.
Right.
Easy questions and time postage.
No way.
How do you cook it?
With fire.
He's taking me back to the river.
How do you
He's
cook
like,
it?
so man, what about the town, right?
And now we go to Cheesecake Factory. Yay!
You have to be able to like.
I haven't been to the Cheesecake Factory in literally years.
Do you know what the meat is cooked in, like the steak? If it's cooked in butter or canola oil? Okay,
Thank
great,
you.
thank you.
Probably $2 back. $1 it's cooked on canola oil. Or like a seed oil of sorts.
I honestly don't doubt it's cooked on canola oil.
So we use canola oil to season the grill. It's like a Carnivore grill. But we don't put like any butter on the patty itself or oil on itself. It's just that we season the grill, if that makes sense.
So you're saying the surface of the grill is with canola oil?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then we do put butter on the bun.
Could they cook, if I get a New York strip, can they just cook it in butter instead of canola oil?
I think it's the surface of the. I think
No,
it's
because it means they're putting it on the grill and then just throwing it on top of the canola oil. They're cooking it on canola.
I know, but I'm saying I think that's how they cook their entire grill for the entire. I don't think they can make an exception. So the consensus is the whole place cooks with canola oil on the pan for everything. So that's okay. Yes. Okay, now we're taking a golf disc. It's not really a lesson, but it's our first time with a crew of people. Check this. This is sick. No, disc golf, not golf disc. So disc golf is apparently where it's kind of like mini golf, but you come play obviously with frisbees. Who's the winner? Oh, you're the winner. Okay. Time to get some Texas barbecue. This place is great.
Let's see if there's burnt ends, and then if there's not, I'm gonna get brisket and ribs.
We should get a sausage too.
Right here, 50 back, what's going to be pork, and then we have our famous giant beef rib right here.
This one beef rib alone was $59. I don't think you're gonna actually eat this one.
Go ahead, take a bite.
Take a bite. Very good. So before I was in like the carnivore animal-based lifestyle, I thought that all this on there was so nasty. It's all the fat, you know? But for anybody who's doing carnivore or animal-based, you need the fat. That's actually the good stuff. So that's what you want, a decent amount of that in your lifestyle. You can actually, in a bind, go to a place like In-N-Out. It's not the best option, but it's definitely a good option when you're on the road. Probably gonna get a lot of people saying otherwise. And I also just learned that you can order the patties. Just the patties.
Yeah, you can get just the patties. Because I'm traveling a lot, so I just get patties. I'll order just the patties at McDonald's, and they might think you're a little weird, but they are USDA inspected, only ground beef, and they only put salt and pepper in it. So legally, they have to do that.
And now we just remove all the things that we would normally eat. They're not huge, right? That's okay.
Well, most of the burger is just like bun and other things.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. So basically, obviously, you know, it's not it's not the most appetizing looking thing ever, but if you're trying to stay carnivore and you're on the road, it works. It wasn't enough food. I'm back now for 2 more double burger patties. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too. Look at that. It didn't even make me feel weird about it. Let's see how this looks. That is something different. That is what I got. Cool. So again, not the best option, obviously, to go to any fast food joint, but it's an option if you're on the fly and you're on the run and you can't do anything about it. Also, I've seen people comment and say that McDonald's, they cook with human meat, and that's not true. They don't do that. They definitely don't. They cook with just beef and salt and pepper. And it's USDA approved. Not like we have a ton of faith in the government and like everything else, but I think that's legit. So. Okay, it's a Sunday afternoon. It's kind of morning, and I'm at a farmer's market. They have so many different things. They have fresh produce. They have, you know, a bunch of actual local farmers. They have baked goods, so many things. If you guys are looking for food, recommend going to a farmer's market. They often have really great local farmers that'll literally drive from their farm to go to the farmer's market and then actually offer their, you know, their food. Do you guys like travel down here on the weekends to do this?
Yes. So every Saturday we work the Lakeline Market, which is the sister market to this one.
Oh, I've never been to that
Saturdays.
one. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's from 9 to 1.
Cool.
So we work that market, then we spend the night in South Austin at my mom's house,
Oh.
and then work this market, and then drive back to Brady.
My mom used to do farmers markets for her restaurant, so I've like lived that life. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. You have to be up at like 4:35, and like
Yes.
no one knows. That was one of the local farmers, right? You can hear from herself. They traveled down here every freaking weekend to do this farmers market. Again, like such a good way to get healthy food, healthy beef that's actually treated well. I find that to be so important. Either get from your farmer's market, you guys, or go to the link below. Either way, you have options. I'm gonna try some homemade jerky. Yeah. I don't work with these guys, but they're good. Definitely recommend. Texas Roadhouse, never been there, never tried it out. I hear it's bomb though, and it is freaking popping tonight. So I want to get the Killer Reds starter, and then may I also do a sandwich, a burger? I was just curious too. Do you guys grill them? Do you grill them? What do you cook them with? Like, what's the oil? Do you know?
They use like a ribeye fat grease from like
Instead of oil?
instead of oil, yeah.
I use the ribeye fat instead of oil, canola oil, which is like a first. That never happens. It's always canola oil or like some other kind of seed oil, which is terrible for us. So somehow these guys figured out at, where are we, Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, that like you don't want to cook with that because it's got all the linoleic acid in it. So stoked on. I've been asked by a lot of people if I fast, and like if that's something I think is really important. I do think it's important. I don't think it's necessary depending on what people's goals are, but to be healthy and basically give our body a moment to relax and just like not stuff it with food every second of the day, I do think that it's healthy, and that's why I do it. I think I'll just get a large iced coffee, please, with no sweetener. No, that's all. I get coffee. I do drink coffee, so don't kill me, don't hate me, whatever. Think whatever you want to think. They are loaded. Coffee is a plant, so it's loaded with oxalates. This we know, but I also choose my vices. So coffee happens to be one of them. I did actually spend 3 months not drinking coffee, and that was a wild experience. I wanted to see what life was like without coffee, so I have done it where I removed it and then brought it back in. For me, I find that it's just not a big deal, so I get my coffee every day. It's pretty much one of the most basic things I do every single day. I get it from Starbucks. Okay, haven't had food yet today. Fasting, working out, not intentional. Getting a leg day in. So let me know if you guys want to see a video about like the workouts that I do and just kind of like the fitness lifestyle that I have, if you'd be interested in that. But today, legs, doing a little bit of the sled action. Just finished up my day at work, and now I'm gonna have my first meal. It's about 5. You start to eat later on, the more and more you do this lifestyle, because your body is actually using fat to adapt, and that's what it's using for its energy. And now I'm still hungry. I am making more beef because that just sounds really good. So if you are worried about calories on this, y'all, freaking stop. Like, you have to eat until you're full if you're just doing full carnivore. Get away from seed oils, get away from like fake sugars and all that, because it actually does totally F up your satiety hormones. It makes you think you're hungrier than you are. But, you know, if you're having a day of just being hungry, like, just eat. Like, there's so much freedom in this. It's like wild actually to me, but I'm gonna have an entire pound of ground beef right now. This is going to be literally terrifying to people out there who have historically starved themselves, or to people that are trying to lose body fat. We are stuck in a system, you guys, where we have been taught and sold and told that if we cut calories and eat, you know, veggies and, you know, have grain and measure all of our food and all that, that we're going to be the best lifestyle body look that we want. It's not true. Also, I use as much salt as I want. You want to salt to taste. So you want to make sure that your food tastes nice and salty. Don't get scared of salt. It's good for us. Second dinner, definitely not skimping on the food here. Feeling pretty good about it. 80-20 beef. I get all my stuff from nose to tail. If you guys are interested in buying in bulk, you want to get some good stuff that tastes really good, feels really good, it's good to the animals, it's good to nature, and you just know what you're gonna get. I get them for everything. It's called nose to tail. Get the link below. I believe you can get a discount. You also want to add more fat to your foods. You want to feel more full, or just like have it taste better. Go ahead and get the link below for that as well. Just get tallow, it's beef fat. But if not, go to a grocery store, get grass-fed, grass-finished beef, you know, maybe as your staple for when you're eating home like this. And that was pretty much everything, y'all. So those are all the meals that I've eaten when I was out. I don't usually honestly eat out that much, but obviously was showing everybody what I do when I do eat out. You can totally maintain a social life with this type of eating. I think people think otherwise because it looks weird, but when I'm out and I'm getting a burger or something, I just ask for like a double burger with bacon and eggs on it or something, like a fried egg, or extra plate of wings with my burger so I can have some wings with my burger too. Just know that there are so many options out there. If you have to order the food that has like the veggies or the starches or whatever on the side and you can't eat those, you're not gonna eat those, just don't eat them. It's all good. Reality is most places do cook with seed oils. We think that's pretty true for most places that we go, unfortunately, but try not to eat out too much. It's a good way to avoid it. I mainly just eat at home, but social life is easy and possible with this type of lifestyle. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of perspective if you've been worried or anxious about it, especially with your friends who don't eat this way or don't have this lifestyle. Go ahead and comment below if you found something different. Please go ahead and like it if you did like it so other people who might need to see it can see it. And go ahead and subscribe. I love talking about all things human optimization, exploration, and life hacks. So this is one of them. Totally changed my life, and I hope that it helps y'all. So I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.